Hello friends, this is a quick video to show you how to start graphing on your TI-nSpired calculator. If you turn on your calculator, we're going to go to a new document. And once you do that, you have a bunch of options. We're going to start graphing, which is a number 2. If you were already in a regular calculator page, okay, so in regular calculator, in order to get to the graphing page, you're just going to go Control, Doc, number 2. All right, now, there's no grid lines on this. We'd like to have grid lines. So in order to do that, it's going to be Menu, 2, 6, 3. And now I have grid lines. So the first thing I'm going to do, I have a little dialog box up at the top to put a function in. So I have the equation y equals 2x minus 3. And I'm going to put that in the calculator. And that's going to be my first function. So f1 of x. So I can just put in my 2x minus 3. And now I'm subtracting this to minus 3, so I use the minus sign right here, just in case you're unfamiliar with that. When I hit enter, I have a line. There it is. Okay, let's say I want to put a second line in to add more functions to this graph. I'm going to hit the tab key right here. Now I can put in f2 of x, and I'm going to put in negative 2y equals negative 2x plus 2/3. All right, so because I'm leading with a negative, I have to use the negative sign in front of the 2. So that's the negative 2x. And then I'm going to go plus. And a little quick tip here, if you hit Control Divide, you get a fraction set up. And then I can put my 2, and I could either hit the down arrow or the tab key to go to the denominator. And once I hit enter, now I have the second function in. It'll be typically in a different color, and I am good to go. So that's the basic put a function in, but we can also put in equations that are, say, in standard form using graph templates. So right here, if I go to put in an equation in standard form, menu, right, graph and edit, 3 is equation templates, 1 is line, and 3 is a line in standard form, ax plus by equals c. And when I hit enter, now I have the option of just filling in these coefficients. Now, of course, went and finagled this ahead of time. So this equation here in standard form is going to be the exact same thing as f2 of x. So when I hit enter here, the graph should go right on top of the red graph that's already here. Boom, and there it is. Okay, so I can now, I've sort of proved that this y equals negative 2x plus 2/3 is the same line as 6x plus 3y equals 2. Additionally, you might want to put, say, a vertical line in. And again, you can do that with graph templates. So it's menu, 3, 3, 1, and this time vertical line right there is 2. And let's say I want to put in negative 1. I hit enter, and now I have a vertical line that's labeled. All right. While I'm here, I can, some things that you might want to do, you can analyze this graph. So if you hit the menu, analyze graph has all kinds of options. All right, so if I want to find the zeros, all right, when it asks for the graph, you're going to just use your touchpad here and mouse over. So if I want the 0 for F2, I select 0. Now the low bound, it doesn't really matter which side you start on, but if this is my line, I want to find that 0 right there. So I can start on either side. So it says low bound, so you can start to the left, and you just hit the middle of your touchpad and then drag across. And then once you're past that 0 that you want, you can go back and hit the touchpad again. I'm just going to click on my mouse because I'm on the computer. All right, so that's the 0. If I want to see where 2 lines intersect, let's say these. Now, it won't show me the intersection between something in standard form, but it'll show me the intersection between functions. So again, menu, analyze graph, intersection. So which graphs? That's what this is asking right here. So I select 1. And then what's the second graph? I can select graph 1, and the same thing, lower bound, where do you want to see the intersection? So I start anywhere to the left of the intersection, drag across, and again, you do that on the touchpad, hit the middle and select, and all right, so this is where those 2 functions intersect. So you can play with the analyze graph and get some more. Quick tip though, once I've used these line templates, the menu 3, 3, 1, whatever, if I hit the tab key again, I'm still going to be in that sort of entry mode for that type. So to get back to putting functions in, which is mostly what we're going to do, again, hit the escape key and you just go menu 3, 1. And now I'm back. I could put in a third function if I had one. And another thing you might want to do is look at a table of values for any of these functions. So to get a table of values for all the functions on your graph, menu 7, 1, menu 7, 1, and you get this nice graph, and you can move up and this nice split screen. And this is the typical one you get where you do all the X values. So this column is my X's from -2 to +2. Here are all the Y coordinates for F1. Here are all the Y coordinates for F2. Now you notice that's great to have, but it squishes up your graph. So to get rid of the table, again, menu 2, 1, and then it's gone. Last thing I mentioned in class, once you're done with this, you've typed in, maybe you've analyzed, you've done a lot of work, you want to save your file. So to save your file, you're going to go doc 1, 5, and you're going to get this dialog box, just like you'd get in a computer. Name the file, whatever it is, or something that you can identify later. So if this is a section 1.2 homework, just label like HW 1.2, something that you will recognize if you want to get back to this. And once you've done that, and you document, hit save. And then next time you turn on your calculator, you can hit the home key right here, little house, and then 2 is my documents, and everything you've saved will be there. So there's document 2, and there's your work back.